starts now. Good evening, I'm Cooper Henkel. After last night's first snowfall, reports of accidents have been coming in throughout the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now with more on those icy roads. Jeff?
Yeah, hey Cooper, here's the problem. Temperatures were above freezing this morning, then the cold front came through and the snow fell on a warm ground and then melted and froze again. And that's what's out there now. You see the sheen on the roadways here in Minocqua. The secondary roads are still snow covered actually, and it'll likely stay this way into tomorrow morning if they are not treated overnight tonight. Right now, temperatures are hanging out near 20 in Rhinelander, 19 for Tomahawk. It's cold out there, and you know it's not just the cold, it's also the wind. We've had wind gusts today near 50 miles per hour. Power-wise, they're doing pretty good with this one, but still, wind gusts near 40 to 50 miles per hour out there today. That's beginning to pull back now with some wind gusts near 29 to 30. We can handle that, and back off to the west, actually less than that. So the wind will die down or begin to die down tonight. That will help our feel-like temperatures around 0 out there right now. Okay, so here is the lake effect snow. It'll stay there tonight because the wind is more out of the west now. We'll keep things up in the UP for them. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies, cold, right? Low temperatures down near 11. Your full forecast is coming up. Cooper.
Thanks, Jeff. Sunday was week 11 around the NFL. The Green Bay Packers were in the Twin Cities to face the Minnesota Vikings. Nate Myhawk was there and has more.
Hey Cooper, in Matt LaFleur's 2.5-year tenure as head coach of the Green Bay Packers, he entered Sunday with only one loss to a divisional opponent. Of course, that loss came last year against Minnesota, but Sunday provided an opportunity for some payback and a chance to grow their lead in the division. It was a sloppy, downright poor game in the first half. The Packers offense just couldn't find a rhythm, and the secondary getting torched by Minnesota's Justin Jefferson. In the second half, though, it was a different story on offense. The Pack would finally show some life, but the defense, well, those struggles continued. But the final frame of this one got ridiculous. A down-to-the-wire finish that Minnesota pulls out in the end. Over full recap later in sports.
An SUV drove through a Christmas parade in Waukesha earlier this afternoon, causing multiple injuries. Emergency crews are still on scene in Waukesha. Witnesses say a red SUV ran through a barricade at high speeds. One woman told CNN she heard gunshots, but it's not clear if those were fired by police or if they originated from the SUV. A Milwaukee Journal Sentinel intern named Kaylee Starrell witnessed the incident.
After the SUV left, there were multiple people on the ground, and the police came through a little bit later saying at least 30 on the ground, and the police said that shots were fired. I cannot confirm that for you, but that is what the police said.
There are no confirmed fatalities or the exact number of people injured. It is known that several pediatric patients have been admitted to Waukesha Memorial Hospital.
Tonight was a traumatic situation for the city of Waukesha. We don't have all the details.
Waukesha police have confirmed that they do have a suspect in custody. Police Chief Dan Thompson says the investigation is ongoing, but the department has recovered the suspect's vehicle. Protests continue following the acquittal of Kyle Rittenhouse. The 18-year-old was accused of killing 2 people and wounding another during protests in Kenosha. Friday, a jury found him not guilty of all 5 felony charges. As Jessica McAdar reports, the verdict has many feeling unsettled.
In Milwaukee, hundreds gathered downtown at Red Arrow Park Saturday afternoon to peacefully protest Friday's verdict, making Kyle Rittenhouse a free man.
It's something that's felt very closely with people in Milwaukee.
This is what democracy looks like. Omar Flores grew up in Kenosha and felt compelled to organize the event in the city he now calls home, Milwaukee. With flags and signs held high, people marched from Red Arrow Park to the Milwaukee County Courthouse.
People aren't giving up the fight, you know? It doesn't end here. This is just a beginning. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of anger, and rightfully so.
A similar showing of solidarity in Racine, where the group Racine Women for Racial Justice gathered.
Although I fully expected the verdict to be what it was, it still kind of felt like a gut punch.
They're trying to move past that pain by getting to work.
We are a Racine organization, but we understand that the issues that we see and even what happened here really affects Wisconsin. And we fully intend to use every bit of leverage and power that we have as women to support the work that is happening right here in Kenosha.
Mexican authorities have reported finding 600 migrants on Friday. They were hidden in 2 trailers traveling through the state of Veracruz. In a statement, the National Migration Agency said that they discovered 145 women and 455 men in closed boxcars that were headed north toward the U.S. border. The migrants are from 12 different countries, including Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Cuba, El Salvador, Bangladesh, and Ghana. The agency says that they have started processing people and will decide whether or not to send them back to their countries of origin at a later date. The Build Back Better bill is facing its next challenge. After months of back and forth between progressives and moderates in the House, the legislation passed. But now there are questions about whether the package will make it through the Senate's concerns over the cost. John Lawrence reports.
24, so get that one.
As many U.S. households worry about inflation, the Biden administration says its Build Back Better bill will make a difference.
This bill is going to be the biggest cost-cutting bill for working class and American families in decades in this country. And it's going to go at costs that are persistent problems for the American people in their lives.
The measure was approved by the House Friday, despite unanimous opposition from Republicans.
What the Democrats are proposing is out of touch in the extreme. What we have before us isn't a social spending bill. It's a pathway to socialism.
The bill now heads to the Senate, where its fate is less than crystal clear.
When the government does big things, it's not easy. It takes a lot of work and a lot of negotiation, and it's made all the harder because our Republican friends are intransigent against this bill.
The Biden administration says the $1.9 trillion bill will be fully paid for, even though an analysis from the Congressional Budget Office shows a significant shortfall.
Somebody has to pay for all of this. We got good programs at the state level that do a lot of these things. So look, more programs and all that sound good, but at the end of the day, they have to be paid for and they have to be sustainable.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia remains a wild card. He's repeatedly said he has concerns about the bill's cost. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the goal is to have the Build Better Back plan passed by Christmas. Alzheimer's disease is said to take a loved one twice. First when their memories go, and once more at the end of their life. See how caregivers here in the Northwoods are supporting each other through all of Alzheimer's challenges in just a few.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021. Closet-made shelf-track closets make it easy to customize your storage space. And right now, they're all 11% off. Complete the look with a fresh coat of paint. Dutch Boys Platinum Plus Paint and Primer in One. Features stain shield technology, giving you more stain resistance and washability. Save today with 11% off all Dutch Boy interior paint during Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2021.
Save big money at Menards.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Well, we woke up to balmy 30s this morning, but then the cold front came through and the skies kind of opened up on us, right? Some areas there was dense fog early, some snow in there as well. But now the front's gone through, the lake effect snow is further north, and it's just cold with a northwest wind out there around 20 miles per hour. Highs today hit 34, but again, that was early this morning. It's been downhill ever since, 36 in Tomahawk, even a few mid-40s across central Wisconsin this morning. Those are now long gone. And check out these feel-like temperatures right now. It feels like 4 in Rhinelander, 20 in Crandon, 23 for Lakewood. You get the idea. The wind out of the northwest. Temperatures in the 20s with the wind is making things feel much colder. Okay, there's lots of cold air to go around. International Falls is at 12 degrees right now. Look at that. Grand Forks is at 9. So that's the air moving in our direction for tonight, but it's going to have a short shelf life. So through tomorrow, but then again on Tuesday and a Wednesday, a couple of you could touch 50 again on Wednesday. Keep in mind it's also Thanksgiving Eve, right? All right, so going forward, so tomorrow is a cold day, 25, up near 40 on Tuesday, 45-ish on Wednesday, and then another cold front comes through Wednesday night and cools us back down in the mid-20s or so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All right, so here we go today. It wasn't just the cold, also the wind. We still have wind gusts out there near 32 miles per hour right now in Rhinelander, 23 for Antigo, 24 for Marshfield. So this has been the other problem today, but the power's been pretty good actually throughout the day today, staying on across our area, even though we had wind gusts near 50 miles per hour in Wisconsin Rapids, near Wausau, 42. So overall, a very windy afternoon, blowing that snow around. Not a lot of snow, only a half-inch of snow here at the station, but it is blowing around out there right now. But the snow, it'll likely stay in the UP today. This is all lake-enhanced snow out there now. The front has gone through, the winds out of the northwest, so we need more of a northwesterly trajectory here to get it into Vilas County and Forest County. That's not going to happen tonight as the system is out pulling away from us, way up into Canada. See you later. That will take the wind around with it just like that and steer these guys up into Canada. They'll leave us alone tonight, but just the cold air out there tonight. And what's on the ground now, the ice, the sheen on the roadways will likely stay that way into tomorrow morning. Then our attention turns toward the west, and to see that one system here is getting out of here tonight. Then our system goes that way. Here's our next one, but this one likely will go north of us Wednesday and Thursday, and that will bring us warmer temperatures in here on Wednesday, with highs possibly getting up near 50 degrees on Wednesday afternoon. For tonight, though, no 50s for you. Partly cloudy skies, windy and cold. Lake effect snow way north this evening, with low temperatures down near 10 or 11. For tomorrow, tomorrow's our cold day. Lots of sunshine, though. That's going to feel good from inside. High temperatures near 25, with a gusty northwest wind once again. It could gust near 30 through the afternoon tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress keeps us dry through Thanksgiving. A busy travel week next week. Wednesday 45, but Thursday colder at 27. Cooper?
Thanks, Jeff. Every November, caregivers across the country are recognized with National Family Caregivers Month. And this year's, of course, no different. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller celebrated this by highlighting one local group of caregivers that aren't only supporting their loved ones, but each other as well.
My husband had Alzheimer's.
Kay Hassel says she was frightened when the diagnosis came down.
I took care of him by myself for a couple of years and then realized I couldn't do it anymore. I needed to talk to somebody that understood what I was going through.
That's where the Alzheimer's support group came in.
It's for caregivers, for people that are taking care of significant others, parents that have Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's is a disease that affects more than 6 million Americans.
You lose your loved one twice. You lose them when they lose their memory of you, and then you lose them when they pass away.
The group gives people like Hassel a chance to talk about things like this.
One of the hardest things for me during the whole process was when the first time my husband looked at me and didn't know who I was.
Support one another.
It's very helpful to know that there's people there that understand what you're going through.
And share stories.
The one thing that I vowed to do the day that my husband was diagnosed was that I was going to make him laugh every day. And I did. Every day I did something. Sometimes it was really stupid. You know, I'd do a silly dance or something just to make him laugh.
A group like this is all the more important in times like today when the pandemic has us feeling further apart than ever before.
When someone that you know has Alzheimer's, it's a very isolating disease, so you don't know how to tell people or talk to people, and people kind of drift away. So this is a place where they can come and be safe and talk if they want, or not talk, but just be around a group of people that are very familiar with the disease.
The group hopes to support everyone facing this tragic condition.
What they're going through isn't unusual or rare, that it happens, and it's going to happen.
In Rhinelander, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
Wake up with Hardee's. $2 sausage biscuit, $4 breakfast platter. But wait, new $3 French toast dips make the most important meal of the day more fun. Hardee's new $3 French toast dips, the sweet one on the 2-3 more breakfast menu. Feed your happy.
One of our biggest sales of the year, the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. Get huge savings on our already low prices, up to 50% off. Plus, see what's new, what's in stock, and save 25% on our great accessories. Give your home that special touch. Plus, totally free shipping. Huge store-wide savings at the Thanksgiving sale at Slumberland Furniture. And for better sleep, come to Slumberland Sleep Solutions and see how easy it is now to shop for a mattress.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Now lease America's all-time best-selling SUV, Ford Explorer, for just $389 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
We want to see your big old fish. Go to WJFW.com, click on Big Old Fish under the Contest tab, and upload a photo of you and your latest catch. Then make sure your friends and family watch Newswatch 12 Friday evenings at 6 and 10, and Mondays on Newswatch 12 Today to see your photo featured on our Big Old Fish segment. Not only do you get to show off your superior fishing skills, you're also entered to win a fish mount from Norling Taxidermy Studio. Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
They call you really big, Hardy. Must be those triple sauced meat heaps. How about you cloak me in cheese? Drape me in a 3-piece patty suit like a beef tycoon.
The really big Hardy is back. Feed your happy.
The Green Bay Packers hit the road earlier today. They took on their hated division rival, the Minnesota Vikings. This game was pretty ridiculous, so we'll jump ahead to the third quarter. Justin Jefferson was a monster for the Vikings today, catching a touchdown here from Chris Cousins that puts Minnesota ahead by 2 scores. But this one was just getting started. After trading blows back and forth, including 2 touchdowns to Devontae Adams and Jefferson, the Packers had a huge play to tie the game late. But the Vikings would get the last laugh, a game-winning field goal as time expires, and Green Bay now falls 8-3. Ordering from home became the new normal for many of us. At the start of the pandemic, businesses for food delivery apps like Uber Eats and DoorDash doubled, leading to the rise of so-called ghost kitchens. But now, even as the option to dine in returns, that virtual model continues to grow, with many saying it's here to stay. Ali Spilliards explains.
It's just how every restaurant starts. You get hungry, decide to cook something, and you're like, oh, this might work.
This 300-square-foot kitchen is a far cry from where Sam Kaiser and Mike Youssef would have imagined themselves 2 years ago. But like many, when COVID hit, they were forced to pivot.
They just said, you know, we have to put you on furlough.
After years in the hospitality industry, these friends struck out on their own, launching Furlough Brothers to bring Dallas its best cheesesteak yet. But with restaurants and bars closed, a virtual option seemed like their best bet.
I think with the pandemic, it kind of brought ghost kitchens to light.
Unlike a traditional restaurant with a front of house focused on serving customers, ghost kitchens rely on third-party delivery apps to get their food to those they serve.
I think that what it provides is a really low barrier to entry as far as kind of how much money you have to put up front, how much space you need to have, and the ability to run multiple concepts out of it. You're not going to walk into too many restaurants and have multiple concepts running out of the same same storefront.
Since launching in March, the duo's already started a second concept, Pack-In Bowls, which they run out of the same space. That's why even as in-person dining makes a big comeback,
we give them flexible options.
Tyler Shin, managing partner of Garland's Revolving Kitchen, says the virtual model continues to succeed.
Rather than having these chains or these operators to spend a lot of time and money, bring one concept to the market, through Ghost Kitchen, you can run a kitchen and launch 3, 4, 5 different concepts, right? So, you give a lot of different variety, different options at a fraction of the cost.
That's a lot of potential under his roof, where 25 separate kitchens play host both to national chains and mom-and-pop startups. Now at capacity, Shin's considering which market to bring Revolving Kitchen to next.
The numbers make sense, the concepts make sense, and I think that's what the consumers want these days.
Earlier this year, market research firm Euromonitor predicted ghost kitchens could become a $1 trillion industry by 2030. A big boom Crave co-founder Marcus Pinheiro hopes to capitalize on with a virtual food hall that he'll launch in the first quarter of next year.
We are creating a platform where people can come in and order from multiple brands under one ticket, one delivery. So it's one delivery fee.
He calls it a restaurant of the future with kiosks rather than cashiers and lockers for food pickup. And that's just the start.
This is not a trend. It's more of a consumer, it's a shift in behavior. And we believe that it's here to stay.
Imagining a post-pandemic world with room for multiple dining experiences. For NBC News, I'm Allie Spilliards.
It's time to get holiday ready with Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks. Or with Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And come home in a Ford Bronco Sport. That's how you get holiday ready. Get a Ford F-150 with 0 for 60 and 500 retail bonus cash, plus complimentary maintenance when you sign up for Ford Pass Rewards. See your Ford dealer today.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
At Lens Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Lens truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Lens Truck.
Trilogy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on.
If you've been playing down your COPD,
It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
it's time to make a stand. Start a new day with Trilogy.
And I'm feeling good.
No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trilogy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trilogy helps people breathe easier and improves lung function. It also helps prevent future flare-ups. Trilogy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trilogy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trilogy and save at Trilogy.com.
The Northwoods is home to a rich history, from logging communities to modern tourist destinations. One of the most significant parts of that history was the railroads. Newswatch 12's Cal Pozorski walks us through the history of rail travel right here in Rhinelander.
Relative newcomers to many of the communities that we live in today, like Rhinelander, tend to not understand an important part of the history of what got us here or how far we have come. Railroads played an important role in the development of the Northwoods. In the mid to late 1800s, there was not much in Rhinelander or in many of the neighboring communities we call home. Up to that time, pioneers settled east along the shore of Lake Michigan and to the west from Lake Superior to the Mississippi River.
So there was this spot kind of right in the middle of north central Wisconsin that was like the last of the frontier.
Carrie Bladorn, a historian at the Pioneer Park Historical Complex in Rhinelander, says the Northwoods was just that, woods.
You know, if they were going to build a city here, yes, they could use the Wisconsin River to transport goods in and out, but it needed to be more than that. We need roads, and more importantly, we need railroads.
Rhinelander as a community originally started as a plot of woods good for lumber, which would be sent down the Wisconsin River. But then came the railroad, changing everything, says railroad historian Tom Berg.
Rhinelander was really Pelican Rapids, a sawmilling town, and in the 1880s, the Milwaukee Lakeshore and Western Railway built north from Milwaukee all the way up through Antigo, branched at Monaco and came over to Pelican Rapids, and then beyond all the way up to Ironwood.
As an incentive to get the railroad to reach the town of Pelican Rapids, in 1881 it was renamed Rhinelander, named after Milwaukee Lakeshore and Western Railway President Frederick Rhinelander.
Basically petitioned them to build a spur from Monaco Junction over to the, what was going to become this fledgling new community.
That line from Monaco to Rhinelander was built in 1881, but then about a century later in the 1970s, the then-owned Chicago Northwestern line was removed, leaving what we see today as Barnes Street.
Railroads travel in a straight path and they don't make 90-degree angles. So certainly you can see how the railroad came through and kind of curved its way through the city and how the grid pattern of the streets, kind of lined up with all of that.
Comparing old maps of the late 1800s to the ones of today, you can tell easily how railroad tracks of yesteryear have been replaced with roads and highways of today.
By the 50s, railroad passenger traffic was starting to have difficulties. And then along came the Eisenhower interstate highway system, subsidized by the government to build good interstate highways throughout the country.
The growth of cars and trucks as the mode of transportation has now almost erased the train highways of the past.
When people figured out that they could buy their own car, and hop in their car and drive anywhere they want to go without, the problems of starting and stopping on the rail service, it just really started to take over.
However, not all is lost of railroads past.
If you see a straight line in nature, it's probably an old railroad bed.
So today, if you find yourself wondering more about the years gone past, just stop and think about how the railroad played an important role in the development of where we are now. Reporting in Rhinelander, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
Looking to shift gears or explore the freedom of the open road? Hi, I'm Mark Sparhawk. We're expanding and want you to join our team. We're looking for drivers and owner-operators. We offer an employee-focused atmosphere with accommodating schedules, competitive wages, and full benefits. With Sparhawk Trucking, choose the right fit for you. Be confident in well-maintained equipment and a variety of travel options. Explore the independence of controlling your career. Stop in or apply online.
Hey guys.
Hey Dad.
You ready?
This holiday, US Cellular is doing a little something extra to keep everyone connected. Right now, choose any phone from any brand at any of our stores for free. Plus, save big with unlimited data for our best price of the season, just $30 a month. Now that's a deal to cheer about. Feel the locally grown joy from US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
In many communities, a good name goes a long way. That's why Merrill Steel strives to make our reputation as strong as the structures we build. Our employees, their loved ones, and our community are important to us, so we want to do as much as we can for all. By being committed to our community, we aim to prove that Merrill Steel cares. Come check us out at 900 Alderson Street in Schofield or online at merrillsteel.com.
Bam! My accident? My accident happened in a second.
My settlement? That's taking a really long time.
If you've been injured in an accident and need money now while your case settles, call Oasis today.
Better days start today. Get the cash you need with Oasis.
There's no risk. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. Applying for Oasis Express Cash is easy and takes 3 minutes. We'll work with your attorney, and if you're approved, get you $500,000 to $100,000 in as little as 24 hours. Use it for bills, rent, whatever you need help with. So call now or go online to apply. Remember, there's no risk to you.
Better days.
Better days.
Better days start today.
Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case.
Call now. Once approved, get your money in as little as 24 hours. 1-800-745-9991.
One of the first Tuskegee Airmen to escort bombers in World War II received a special honor from the city of Detroit for his 100th birthday. The city gifted Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Jefferson a key to the city on Monday. Officials also unveiled plans for a new plaza and statue in his name. Jefferson served as a P-51 fighter pilot. During World War II, the Tuskegee Airmen overcame segregation and prejudice to become one of the most highly respected fighter groups in the war.
Such a great story.
Yeah.
Okay, for us, weather-wise, a lot going on. So first off, freezing temperatures out there now. Let's go to the graphics, Paul, if we can. We're freezing some lakes out there currently, but the ice is not thick enough for you or your pets or anybody. You need at least 4 inches of ice to kind of walk on it. That's not the case yet. Soon, but not yet. So it's kind of test your patience here, right? But we're going to make some ice tonight with low temperatures down near 11. Right now we're at 19, but that's just part of the story. The winds out of the northwest. It's been that way all day long today. We've had wind gusts near 50 miles per hour, but the power grid has been doing amazingly well, right? Through all day today. So we'll have wind gusts tonight near 30. That will give us feel-like temperatures near 0 by tomorrow morning. And keep in mind, there's a glaze on the roads out there. It's likely going to stay that way into tomorrow morning unless those roads are treated overnight tonight. So morning commute, take it easy tomorrow. It's going to be a mess around here for a while.
All right, well, we'll be sure to be safe on our way home as well. That's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night.